there's no easy way to say this. There's no easy way to explain what's going on. It's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and Glen has decided that now is the perfect time to try and change our bedding arrangements around. I'm just going to show you, because that's the only way it's going to make sense. Stuff everywhere. Oh look, Glen's climbing out from under the couch.
That is actually more likely climbing into it.
And Katie, where are you going to sleep tonight?
In here.
How are you getting in there? Right, so our bed no longer folds down from there.
This is fun and comfy.
What were you just doing?
Making a mess.
Well, that's normal. We're well aware, so is all of our viewers. They're well aware of your dad's mess capabilities. But why is everything out from underneath?
Because I don't have anywhere to sleep, so this spot actually works.
What's the problem with all these spots? I mean, there's two bunk beds.
Everything is too short. All the bunk beds is too short, the bed's too short, everything's too short.
Daddy's too tall.
I'm trying to make a bed spot. It's tall enough for me, not one.
Daddy's, in other words,
Yep.
in other words, Daddy's too tall.
So you just tried on top of the couch. That's too short, Lily.
Well, it's the problem with on top of the couch is that here you go in there. That when Katie lays down in there, her feet stick out here. And in order for me to have enough length to lay here, my feet need to go over there too, and so we're going to be playing footsies all night.
Memorable.
It'll be fun!
Maker, what do you think, Makes? What's your thoughts on this? Oh my god, climb over everything. It's just stuff
terrified of
everywhere. Why? Why do we do this at 7 o'clock at night? Swag. You have to resort to your swag, babe. Just go lay somewhere else until you figure out a solution. Oh, to add some more, elements to this fun, it's raining outside.
Yes, I don't put anything outside.
Yeah, no, we can't put anything outside.
And we're parked on the Plymouth street in the middle of the city, so we can't even put any warning out.
Nope. I think you might need to stop eating sugar. You're just fueling Dad's creativity with your sugar high. So it's just you have nowhere to sleep.
Pretty much. It's a lost cause.
We didn't resolve the bed problem, but we have created a monster.
We didn't create that monster. Well, we created one of the monsters. The other monster is the dog.
Hello? Hi, what are you doing in there?
Dog.
Is that Caitlin's bed, isn't it? Hi. Just gonna take a peek around the corner.
Dog.
But just have to back up so you get the whole picture of this. So you bearded man,
May have.
created
something.
this monster.
Did.
We decided that the queen size bed just wasn't, actually because it wasn't a queen size, was it?
No, it's only a double bed.
And it wasn't working for us at all. So
wasn't.
last night, late at night, you decided...
It was late at night.
It was
It was
like
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
it was
when
not.
we
It was
started.
so it was not. It was like 7.
It was before dinner.
No, it wasn't.
I agree with Mum.
Thank you.
Okay, it might have been late at night. Anyway, I don't like this, how this caravan is set up, in that door folds down. I have to pull this table I have to pull the table off, put it on the ground, it becomes the support for the side of the bed folds down, and then you lose your whole dining area, and only to have a double bed. So we've been, first of all I cut part of the side wall out so that it makes our bed a little bit wider, and that was better, but it's still really frustrating having the dining room and the bed together. So we've been throwing around so many different ideas about how we can make it work. So last night my thought was if I could put if I could sleep on the couch this side, that would leave at least these two seats where someone could sit. Because usually I go to bed relatively early and get up usually before everybody else. And the girls, Sarah and particularly Jasmine, are night owls, love to be up really late. So if they were wanting to be, I don't know, doing something on the laptop or just using the dining room, that's all good. And then in the morning, if I get up, I want to have coffee and sit at the table and do something, then I can still do that. So the thought was, I'm going to put my bed here and move Caitlin to just that side there where she is now, and we
can't see her,
and we would be feet to feet, and I was going to take that door off and just have that as a bed there, and then Sarah would move over to the bunk where Katie has been sleeping, and that was the thought anyway. So but
how'd that go for you last night?
Well, Katie, actually it was you. Sarah was like, leave the door up because it'd be a great little cubby for Katie. Okay, so Katie loves the idea. The thing is though, this still isn't long enough for me, and now my feet are tucked in there.
Yeah, but if you take the door down, it defeats the purpose of not having to move the dining room.
Take the door off, not down. Anyway.
Katie, Dad wants to take the door off. How do you feel about this? See, you've created a monster.
Katie loves her little cubby house now, and I'm in exactly the same trouble where I can't sleep on any of the beds because I'm too tall for them.
I have a light.
And now Katie has added a dimension to it.
Caitlin loves having the dog sleep on her bed, so now.
Hi, Mix.
Now the dog is in there as well.
Along with, I don't know, what, 7 stuffed toys and...
I think it's more than 7.
So she's got like the perfect kitty cubby house that you have created.
So this is not going to last.
What if the toys?
But what it has done is given us the idea that I can actually make that into 2 bunks, and the problem that wasn't an easy solution before is because there's still not enough room. However, we have a boot from the front that is another, this much more depth on the front.
Really? You're like a carpenter, and that's what that's like you're looking fishing.
You want me to give you a measurement? Like 600 or 700 millimeters, 60 or 70 centimeters for those of you who don't like millimeters. More length, so actually I'm going to cut part of the boot out, or partition off part of the boot and make that inside, and then put 2 bunks there. And because Katie loves her cubby house thing, I'm going to make a fairly solid door kind of thing where she can actually have a bit of room and duck in up there. But she's going to be on the top bunk, and the dog's not going to be able to get up there anymore.
Grr.
But I'm trying to convince Sarah to relinquish some of her storage space and make a doggy bunk down here, because currently that's where the dog sleeps, on the floor right by the toilet ensuite. So you're tripping over the dog all the time when it's trying to sleep. So at least the dog being in there is not too bad. It's better for not tripping over it, but it's not a tenable solution. Anyway, so that's the thought.
We'll see what happens with this thought. We've learned thoughts change. We'll see. This is the garage of the house that we're staying at, and all of a sudden I've come in here and this is part of our bed. You know the bed that folds down in the caravan? Yeah, it's there. And that doesn't look like it's ever going to go back to the way it was. I think he's decided that that bed is not going to work. And there it is. Oh, there's the mattress, there's the backboard, and there's the door bit, or the bit that folds away. So I'm guessing that this is it. No more of this bed ever again. I knew it was annoying him, but wow, when he makes a decision, it's done. So this is as far as we've got so far. Glen is still sleeping on the couch, but his feet go under the bunk. And Katie is sleeping on the door. See? An old door. Which is perched in place. So that's where we're up to. Solution is not ideal yet, but it's getting there. Oh, and if you didn't see, underneath there's a great big hole into our boot. It's too dark to tell, but it is. You can get into the boot now from inside. It's actually kind of handy, babe. It's raining right now. You can climb in the boot for me.